Hello everyone, my name is Arun Mishra, and in this video I'll be explaining the code for the assignment and its demonstration on the web browser. So I made the assignment in Django, and I made the project by the name of assignment, and inside it I created another application, user auth. In the settings.py I included user auth under installed apps, and then under the templates I included the templates that I create for user auth application. And the database being used is the default SQLite database that Django projects have, and the time zone is the UTC. And now if I come to the user auth app, inside user auth app, under the urls.py, I created URLs for different pages required. By default, it comes to the land page. Like when we run localhost, it comes to the land page. Then there's a URL for login, then sign up, change password, dashboard, profile, logout. And this section is basically for forgot password and for the email being sent for it, and then the reset link and everything. And I have imported views as auth views from django.content.auth to be used for these parts. And for templates, I'm using my custom built templates for them. Moving on to the views.py section, different views have been created for the land page, then for the login method, and login is being done by the username and password. Then for the sign up, there's a custom form that I have created in the forms.py file, and then proceeding that, then I have a view for the change password for which the login is required. Similarly for dashboard also there's a view, but login is required for that also. For profile and logout also login is required. And then moving on to the forms.py, I have defined this custom form that is being extended from the user creation form of Django. And in this, I have involving username, email, and password one and password two. Password is basically for typing the password the first time, and password two is for confirming the type password. And then the next section comes up is the models.py file. In models.py, I have created a profile model that links the user model through a one-to-one relationship. And then signals are created to automatically create and save the profile whenever user is created or saved. So and in this itself, the last updated section for the profile section is being defined. Finally, moving to the templates part, there are different templates that I have created for this. For the index.html, it's basically a simple landing page, and then for the login and the reset form and the reset send, everything, it's like that. Now let's come to the part where I run the server and demonstrate the code on the web browser. So as soon as we enter the local host, the first page that appears is the land page, in which basically we are having if the user is a new user, he should click sign up, and if it's an already registered one, the user should click login. Suppose a user is a new user and signing up. As for the requirement for the username and password fields, I'm using the default requirements which Django defines for these fields. So username, suppose email great com, password 2256 sign up. Now, like here it says the two password fields didn't match, so 2256 So after signing up, it takes us back to the login page where after the registration, we need to log in back to the system. So on password 123456 TT. And when I click login, I have entered the dashboard. In the dashboard, I have a profile change password to the logout. So in profile, if I go, it shows me the username, email, the date and time when I joined, and the last updated and accessed field for the same. Here I have dashboard and logout. So if I go to the dashboard, I have a change password option. So if I click here, I need to enter my old password and then my new passwords, upon which my new password will be confirmed. For demonstrating it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I enter my old password. Now my new one, 6, KK, 3, 4, 5, 6, KK. And when I hit change password, it logs me out. It logs me out. So now I need to log in again with the new password. So my new password, my username will be Aman, and the password will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, KK, which is the updated password. So when I hit login, I'm again able to access my dashboard. On hitting logout, I have been logged out from the application. And the other part is the forgot password field. So when I hit forgot password, enter my email. So aman@example.com. That was the email I entered. When I hit reset password, on reset password, it says instructions have been made. If you didn't receive an email, make sure the email that you entered is the one that you registered with. So now, if I move back to my console, you can see that I have received an email kind of stuff on my uh, terminal. So there's a subject, and webmaster localhost is what it is using to send the email, and it's sending to amal@example.com, and the time when it's sent, and it sends it with a link. If I copy this link and go to a new tab and paste it and enter, I have come to a reset password page. So if I give a new password here, suppose Aman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Aman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and when I hit change password, it resets my password. So the next time I log in, I need to use my new password again. So Aman 1, 2, Aman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I hit login, I can now again access my dashboard. And for the admin panel where we can see all the registered users, if we go to localhost admin, and I have created a super user as admin itself, and I log in there. So I can see all the users that have been registered. So there's a user Aman, and then the user is Naman, and the admin user is having the staff status, but the other two are not having the staff status. Also, for the part that I'm receiving this email on my terminal and not on actual email is because I am using in my settings.py file. I am using, if you see that in my settings.py file, I'm using the email backend is Django core mail backend console email backend. And if I used to actually send an email to a person, what I need to use is Django core mail backend SMTP email backend. And then the email host, suppose if I'm going to use Gmail, then it would be smtp.gmail.com, and the TLS port for it is 587. And I need to use email use TLS to true. And from the email host user, I need to enter an email from which an email will be sent to the person who is trying to change the password. And in email host password, I need to give the password of this email so that the Django app can authorize itself to send emails through Gmail. So for security purposes, since my account uses two-factor authentication and everything, so I didn't use this one in my code and demonstrated it with using console. If one wants to use it, simply we need to uncomment this part and comment out this one, and then simply we need to run the application. And at first, it might happen that it might throw an error when I'm trying to reset the password and the email is being sent. There might be an error that might occur. That's because like Gmail doesn't allow like less secured apps to access. Our email credentials. So what we simply need to do in that case is allow the less secure apps to access our email in our Gmail account. So that would make the application run perfectly. For the submission part, I have submitted this code as a part of GitHub repo, and the link to the same repo has been shared in the email to which I have shared my submission. So that's all from my side. Thanks a lot.